The idea of human rights is that each one of us, no matter who we are or where we are born, is entitled to the same basic rights and freedoms. Human rights are not privileges, and they cannot be granted or revoked. They are inalienable and universal. That may sound straightforward enough, but it gets incredibly complicated as soon as anyone tries to put the idea into practice. What exactly are the basic human rights? Who gets to pick them? Who enforces them, and how? The history behind the concept of human rights is a long one. Throughout the centuries and across societies, religions, and cultures, we have struggled with defining notions of rightfulness, justice, and rights. But one of the most modern affirmations of universal human rights emerged from the ruins of World War II with the creation of the United Nations. The treaty that established the UN gives as one of its purposes to reaffirm faith in fundamental human rights. And with the same spirit, in 1948, the UN General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This document, written by an international committee chaired by Eleanor Roosevelt, lays the basis for modern international human rights law. The Declaration is based on the principle that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. It lists 30 articles recognizing, among other things, the principle of non-discrimination and the right to life and liberty. It refers to negative freedoms, like the freedom from torture or slavery, as well as positive freedoms, such as the freedom of movement and residence. It encompasses basic civil and political rights, such as freedom of expression, religion, or peaceful assembly, as well as social, economic, and cultural rights, such as the right to education and the right to freely choose one's occupation and be paid and treated fairly. The Declaration takes no sides as to which rights are more important, insisting on their universality, indivisibility, and interdependence. And in the past decades, international human rights law has grown, deepening and expanding our understanding of what human rights are and how to better protect them. So if these principles are so well developed, then why are human rights abused and ignored time and time again all over the world? The problem, in general, is that it is not at all easy to universally enforce these rights or to punish transgressors. The UDHR itself, despite being highly authoritative and respected, is a declaration, not a hard law. So when individual countries violate it, the mechanisms to address those violations are weak. For example, the main bodies within the UN in charge of protecting human rights mostly monitor and investigate violations, but they cannot force states to, say, change a policy or compensate a victim. That's why some critics say it's naive to consider human rights a given in a world where state interests wield so much power. Critics also question the universality of human rights and emphasize that their development has been heavily guided by a small number of mostly Western nations, to the detriment of inclusiveness. The result? A general bias in favor of civil political liberties over socio-political rights, and of individual over collective or groups' rights. Others defend universal human rights laws and point at the positive role they have on setting international standards and helping activists in their campaigns. They also point out that not all international human rights instruments are powerless. For example, the European Convention on Human Rights establishes a court where the 47 member countries and their citizens can bring cases. The court issues binding decisions that each member state must comply with. Human rights law is constantly evolving, as are our views and definitions of what the basic human rights should be. For example, how basic or important is the right to democracy or to development? And as our lives are increasingly digital, should there be a right to access the internet? A right to digital privacy? What do you think?
Hello, Padiana.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Sana Global. Are you nervous?
A little bit more excited than nervous.
Okay, good. Let me show your desk.
Okay.
Okay, this is your desk.
Okay.
Anything you call me, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Photography. She looks like a comfort queen.
Seriously?
Yes.
Good afternoon, guys.
Okay, so Fakrul and Fadiana, okay, we have a new project. For this project, we would like to discuss who can handle this project.
Oh, I can.
I think I can handle this project. Okay, Nana can handle this project. So we can dismiss this meeting. Thank you.
Steve, why was just Nana over me to handle the new project? Why the main as a senior staff? She just a couple girl. She cannot do the project.
Okay, Fakrul, relax I will think about it later. Okay? About it later. Okay? Just relax. Okay?
Do you feel like you are invisible with your own job?
Yes, all the time. 5 years I've been working here, and yet this is only my you need now. It's the system. They need to move.
Hello, Fakrul.
So, you must be feeling proud getting the project handed to you just like that.
The discussion was made by the CEO of Fakrul. I'm the following a job with the rule.
What a joke. I said throw that word when thinking they were kidding. But no, they actually picked you over me. A new staff.
They made the discussion based on what the project needs, not a seniority. I understand you are upset, but
Don't give me that shit alcohol. You think you will this? Please. You're just a couple girl that trying to play in this city boss. You didn't even know how this thing really work here.
what's your word, Fakrul? This comment was uncalled for and unprofessional.
What's unprofessional is promoting someone who hasn't even proven herself. I have led actual teams. I have solved real crises. And now I have to answer to you.
You don't have to answer to me. You just have to work with me. If you have experience, then use it to support them, not keep people down.
Don't act like this with me. You think this is about the team? This is about the respect. And what they did today, that was a slap in the face.
Respect is earned by how you handle yourself Fakrul. Right now, you just choosing to insult and be tight, belittle instead of stepping up. That's not leadership, that's ego.
You think you're better than me now?
No, I'm just trying to do my job with or without your support. But I won't let you intimidate me, not like this.
Don't get comfortable. We will see how long it lasts.
Then we let the results speak for themselves. Good night, Fakrul.
Hello, this is Rusdi from HR.
Hi, Rusdi. It's Fadiana. Do you have a moment?
Of course, Fadiana. What's going on?
I just had a phone call with Fakrul, and honestly, I'm really disturbed by what he said to me.
Huh? Fakrul disturb you? What happened?
He was upset about the new project, and during the call, he insulted me. He said I was just a company girl who doesn't deserve to lead a team. He questioned my abilities and used a very condescending term throughout. It was constructive criticism, it was personal and hurtful.
Oh, I'm really sorry about Fakrul attitude. You had to go through that, Fadiana. That's completely not okay. No player has the right to speak to another like that, especially not with such degrading language.
I try to stay calm and professional, but it honestly shook me. I'm not sure how to move forward working with him if this is how he treats me from the start.
No. You did the right thing by calling me. Thank you for speaking up. I will document this immediately. This kind of behavior violates our code of conduct.
I appreciate the honesty. It was sure what to do, but I could just let it go.
You don't have to handle this alone. I will escalate the matter to the CEO first thing in the morning. We will address it seriously. You focus on project, we will handle the rest.
Thank you so much. I just want a healthy environment to do my job.
Okay, welcome. Leave it with me, Mariana. I have got your back. Okay? Hello, Pam. Do you have a few minutes? I want to tell about something important. About how we treat each other around here. Okay.
This is my great stars for imagine.
Exactly. I have dropped a movie for a human right to I think staff can tailor to dress
Good lunch next week and just still let's not make this just HR event. Make it company lunch. So today I want to present our human rights. So this company is good on more than profits and deadlines. It's good on people and people, no matter their background, gender, race, or however legal opinion, same and belong. So every voice matters. Respect is a violation with institution is a right. So you guys, you don't have to be loud to be with people, and you don't have to listen to deserve respect. Let's be better together. That's all from me. Thank you.